Hey, Baylor fans, this is your call to gear up with Harley-Davidson of Waco. Whether you're hitting the open road or tailgating at McLean Stadium, we've got the ride to match your Bear pride. Check out our wide selection of new and pre-owned motorcycles, visit our service department, or shop all the latest gear and accessories to show off your Baylor spirit and Harley pride. Visit us today and find your freedom on two wheels. Harley-Davidson of Waco, where Baylor fans never ride alone. Visit in-store or at hdwaco.com. Sic Em Bears.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into this week's Sic Em Podcast, presented by Harley-Davidson of Waco. Hey, we're glad you're with us this week. Baylor men's tennis going well. Tennis Town, USA, here in Waco, Texas. So let's visit with a member of the Baylor men's tennis team. Zsombor Velcz joins us, a junior from Budapest, Hungary. Did I get that pretty close?
It was perfect.
Was it?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for being here. We
Thank
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tennis Town, USA. We're just going to keep punching that out there. But, man, who's going to argue with us, right?
Exactly. It's been great this year especially. We had nationals last fall, singles, doubles, and we were hosting a lot of things also this spring, indoor nationals. Then we had Big 12 tournament here, and we're going to host Elite 8 also in Waco, Texas, and it's been great. Like, it just motivates us, like, as a team, as I think everyone here at Baylor to do better, especially at home. So it's great.
Yeah, that is pretty good motivation. I mean, if you're going to throw a party, you'd like to be invited to your own party,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So good motivation there. But I just think really cool. We hosted the NCAA Championships outdoor in 2015. And it was such a great event. We had rain like crazy. I mean, there were so many delays, and it seemed like it lasted forever. But that's when everything was together. The team championships, then you went right into singles and doubles. Now that's different. That's split apart. Do you think that's a good move?
Looking back or thinking about it, my freshman year, I played in doubles after the season, and I went back home, I think, first week of June.
Oh, wow.
So I had to stay here a little bit longer, which actually made me feel like I've been here for so long. I'm a little bit homesick first year here. I want to see my family. So it felt like I was being here for so long. And now it got moved to the fall. It actually makes fall most exciting, because usually fall we're just practicing every week, putting the hard work in every single week, day by day. And as they moved it to the fall, it's actually, I think it's a good move from them. It makes the fall more exciting. So yeah, I feel like it's a great thing from them to move it. Yeah. Now we actually can just focus for the team and not just individually.
That's I think what you said is the reason they did it. You know, it makes the fall really, there's more motivation, I guess, in the fall, and there's more to play for in the fall.
Yeah, usually in the fall we only had like one bigger tournament. Right. That's the ITA in Tulsa, and basically that was the only one bigger tournament in the fall, and nothing else until we go back home for the winter break for a few weeks. And now, before Thanksgiving, we have the NCAA doubles and singles, so it actually makes it more better.
Very cool. And then the team championships, NCAA, coming up later in May, which will be fun to have here in Waco. You've had a great year. You were 6-0 in conference this year. Congratulations on that. You had an 11-match winning streak. You were playing your best tennis, would you say, over that stretch?
Honestly, I was a little bit struggling beginning of the season. I had an injury last fall, end of the fall, with my wrist. It was like a little bit like overused because I played a lot of tournaments in the fall, played a lot of matches. And since end of November until first week of February, I was struggling my wrist. I had to get a steroid injection to my wrist. Then my Achilles was bothering me.
No.
So I had like a little bit tougher time. I never been injured in my whole life, so it was a little bit like frustrating for me. Couldn't really practice as much as my teammates. I had to take off 2 weeks, sometimes a little bit longer, and not grabbing a racket, just watching my teammates practicing from the side. So that was a little bit like tougher for me. And once I got healthier, I still like didn't play my best tennis. I was a little bit low with my confidence. Then match from match, I started to play better, find my game a little bit more, playing more confidence. Like I used, like in the fall, I played pretty good. I feel like I was finding my game, and yeah, it was a little bit a step back from me. But I feel like looking back, I handled pretty good, and it's ended up pretty good.
Yeah, I would say very good, yeah. So those injuries you went through, wrist and then Achilles a little bit, first time you've ever had to deal with anything like that?
Yeah, more seriously, this was my first 2 injuries, like where I actually like had to stop playing or practicing. So yeah, it was tough in the beginning, but the coaches, the athletic trainers helped me a lot with that, so I'm very thankful for them.
Very good. When we had one of your teammates, Devin, in here for the Sic Em Podcast, I asked him about the team, the makeup of this team, the togetherness of this team. That seems like a really positive for you guys. How would you describe the team unity?
I would say the same. Like as he said, we are really close. We have 4 seniors this year. Since I'm here, we didn't have that much seniors, so they leading us in a great example. Our team is still a young team, but I would say we are getting like we have like older teammates helping the younger ones, and yeah, I think like we just growing together every day. So yeah,
that's nice. What so Budapest, Hungary. Growing up, was it all tennis? Did you do other sports? What was that like for you?
I grew up in a tennis family.
Okay.
My grandparents played tennis, but they never wanted me to play tennis. They said like I can try other sports. I was playing soccer, I was swimming, but I always stood by tennis.
Yeah.
That's what I like the most. A little bit like single sports on my own, and yeah, I just stay with tennis.
Very good. Was it like, what were the programs like? I don't know, what was the competition level like for you when you were younger?
I had the same coach since I was 10, 11 until I was 16. I was playing around the world, Europe, tournaments. I think under 14, under 16, I had a pretty good ranking. In Europe, I was top 30 in Europe.
Well. Uh-huh.
So that made me go to the federation. I was practicing with the federation, with the best players in the country. So since 16 until I came to college, I was practicing there. Until I was 19. It was a pretty good time there with my best friends. They also played pro tournaments with me, so we were traveling together. So it was really fun. Then I had to make my decision if I go pro after high school or I go to college in the States. And I took a gap year after high school, just playing tennis, professional tournaments, and see how it goes. And after that, like, make my decision what I want to do. And my parents really wanted me to study. Like, education was also like on the top of the list for me too. And the student athlete thing, it's not actually a thing in Europe. So I knew that if I want to also study and playing tennis, I should come to the US, and it made me make my decision easier.
Yeah, that's such a big decision. I mean, such a tough decision. Seems like that gap year, that's a good way to do it. You know, you're just try it out for a year and see how it goes, how much you like it, and then, as you decided, then go to college.
Yes, I was traveling mostly, sometimes alone, which made it worse. Even if I was doing pretty good for my age, that time I won my first professional tournament when I was 18. So if so many people were asking me why I'm going to college, why I'm not still keep playing pro tournaments, but on deep inside me, I still wanted to study, to have a good education here in the U.S. So yeah, it's probably the education made me realize I really want to come here to the U.S. and it's just a big opportunity for us, like all the resources here as Baylor can give me or us as for my teammates. It's special.
Nice. Very good. So what was the recruitment process like for you when you decide you are going to go to college? How did Baylor get in touch with you? How did Baylor get in the mix?
I always knew Baylor.
Did you?
It's kind of funny.
What does that go back to?
I think it started like when I was pretty young, like 14. Like one of the coach I was traveling with for European Championship, his son played here at Baylor.
Oh, okay.
So he was always wearing a Baylor shirt, and that was the first college I knew, like tennis program here in the U.S. So then one of my good friends played here too for a year, and when I decided I want to go to college, I knew that I want to go to Baylor. Even before I visited Baylor, I knew that I want to came here. I only visited Baylor because I knew this is the place I want to be.
That's great.
So it was easy when I had to make my decision.
Yeah. What are the challenges? You're from Hungary, and you're here in the United States and in Waco. What are the challenges that we might not even think about for an international student?
I would say the language.
Yeah.
English is my second language. I've been studying English since I'm 10, but still it was a big change for me. Even if I was traveling around the world playing tournaments, it was a change definitely for me. The culture, it's I love it here.
Right.
Like, I love the energy from the people. I love how they care about each other. So yeah, it's definitely the language.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I can say it. Your English is very good.
Thank you.
For that being your second language. Well, what culturally was a big adjustment for you? Anything in particular?
Especially like tennis is a single sport.
Yep.
I'm on my own. Like as I was mentioned, I was traveling the tournaments mostly by myself or one of my parents. And here it's and on the tournaments only playing for yourself. And when you came into college, you play something bigger than yourself. You're playing for your teammates, for the school. You representing something bigger than yourself. And in the beginning, I didn't really understand it or realized it. But after my first year, I really enjoyed this thing that I'm in a team and I'm competing with my best friends on the team. So I would say that's
different. Yeah, that's different. And tell people who maybe their impression of tennis is Wimbledon or something like that, the polite clap and sitting on their hands. College tennis is not like that, is it? We don't want it to be like that.
It's not. It's actually much more fun.
Right.
I wish my friends could. I hope they will come, but I wish they could see like in person actually how much different a college tournament or a college tennis match than the professional tennis. And I know like Isaac, our coach, says like, yeah, you can play Wimbledon 20 times in your life, but you have only 4 years in college tennis. And I feel like we should use that like and have fun every single match, go out there. So.
That's good. The atmospheres, especially a big match, and then when we get to the NCAAs, I mean, they're all very big matches, but there's an electricity there, the crowd is really into it, and I'm guessing that they'll get some information on you or on your teammates, and kind of try to get under your skin a little bit. Has that happened at all?
It's happened to me before, for sure. But it's fun. Like
right.
I knew that before I came to college. The friends I'm friends with back home who played in college, they told me that, and I was always laughing about it.
Yeah.
Like I think it's so much fun. Like basically the crowd can do whatever they want.
Yes.
My teammates can cheer on next to me however they want. And yeah, that's what it makes it special and more and exciting, especially when you're playing at home with home crowd. We usually go on campus promoting matches, or go to sorties, frats to come watch us, like cheer for us, and usually we have a big crowd when we play against big teams here, and yeah, it just makes it much more fun.
Yeah, very good. The atmosphere is so good, and we have big matches. We have some really good crowds here too, don't we?
Yeah, it's been amazing this year, also last year. Especially when we play indoors, it's much more louder.
Right.
It's actually, when you are inside there playing matches, you think this place is gonna explode.
Exactly.
Cheering so loud, so it's really fun.
How much can that help you guys? How much does it help you guys when you got that big home crowd and that home support? Definitely
give us an extra pump. It can actually scare the opponent when it's getting tighter in the matches. It's really helpful just to feel like how much they care, or if they come to watch our matches, they're not leaving after the first set. They stay the whole match and they're just cheering for us. So it's actually been amazing to experience that feeling.
Yeah, very good. So Big 12, Big 12s are over, regular season is over, on into the NCAAs. What would be the best script you could write for you guys, heading into the NCAAs?
Best script, I would say underdogs.
Yeah.
Just going to the tournament. This year we had a couple of tough losses, but we had the good wins too, and everyone knows what this team capable this season. We're just excited for these next few days, just have good trainings here in Waco, then waiting for the selection next Monday. And we're just excited, motivated, wherever we're going to go, if we're going to host or if we have to go somewhere. We knew we can do it to make the Elite Eight back here home.
Yeah.
So we are extra motivated for that.
Very good. You're back here in Tennistown, USA. Use that if you'd like. Just keep spreading that word, will you?
I will.
It's great to have you with us. Love that you're a Baylor Bear, and love helping share your story, but thanks for being with us on the Sic Em Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Zsombor Velcz with us. Call him Z, and he is our guest on the Sic Em Podcast, presented as always by Harley Davidson of Waco.